You terrorized those who crossed your path, and terrorized them in a way that was vicious, sadistic, and a disgrace.
Who was Charlie Richardson? Charlie Richardson was the head of the notorious Richardson Gang, the main criminal rival to the Krays in the 1960s. In 1967, he was sentenced to 25 years following the so-called Docu trial, in which it was alleged that the gang victims were subjected to horrific violence. The son of a prizefighter, Richardson was born in Twickenham, southwest London, and was first in trouble as a teenager for stealing a car. He worked briefly as an ice cream salesman, before being unwillingly called up for the National Service. During his induction interview, an officer asked him if he would give information to the Russians, to which he replied, "Fucking right I would." He then cut up his uniform and pretended to be mad. It was Camberwell, South London, that he, with the help of his brother Eddie, would build his empire, part legal through scrap metal and foreign investments, and part illegal through frauds, protection records and clubs. One of them, Elephant and Castle, cheekily named the Reform Club, where rough justice were delivered to people believed they haven't taken liberty. More businesslike than the Krays, Richardson had an office in Park Lane and to one point was making millions. He benefited from the protection of corrupt police officers, and he became involved with gunmen including Jack the Rat Duval, which eventually led to his downfall. Angry that he could not find Duval, whom Charlie believed had defrauded him, the Richardson seized one of Duval's associates, Lucian Harris, and administered brutal punishment. This violence gradually caught up with them. On the morning of the day that England beat West Germany in the 1966 World Cup final, Richardson and 10 others, including Matt Frank Fraser, were arrested in a swoop. At the trial, the prosecuting counsel, Civic Shaw, told the jury, "This case is not about dishonesty and fraud. It's about violence and threats of violence. Not casual acts of violence committed in sudden anger or alarm, but visual and brutal violence inflicted in cold-blooded and with utter and callous ruthlessness." Although Richardson claimed that the extent of the beatings had been made up and that Harris didn't even need an expert, the Old Bailey heard a very different account. Harris claimed that Richardson had shoved Odd Scampy in the eye and had subjected him with torture of the black box. Wires were attached to his genitals and electric shocks delivered before he was stabbed in the foot by one of Richardson's henchmen. Richardson then gave him £150 and a clean t-shirt, as it was his custom. A beating from the Richardson was known as taking a shirt from Charlie. Richardson was convicted and sentenced 25 years by a judge, Sir Frederick Lawton, who told him, "One is ashamed to live in a society with men like you. It must be made clear to all those who set themselves up as gang members that they will struck down by the law as you will struck down." After all publicity and lies, it would be like having Hitler and Stalin all in one box and taking the lid and letting them scuttle away. Some of his gang admitted snapping people's toes with pliers and pulling their teeth out, and it was claimed that was troublesome victims had their feet nailed to the floor. He was escaped from open prison in 1980, was rearrested and then finally released, having serving 18 years, to be met by a Rolls Royce and a welcome home party of champagne and lobsters. In 2009 he applied with success to the Criminal Cases Review Commission to have his conviction quashed, claiming that he was Judge's father, a prisoner governor, had previously been assaulted by Fraser's Wensmouth Common, dictating the trial. Richardson's autobiography, My Manor, was published in 1992, and he went to a legitimate business in the city, which he claimed was much more dishonest than anything he was involved in before. He was married and had 6 children. He died on 19 September 2012 of blood poisoning, age 78. His life is portrayed in the movie Charlie.